Hello. I guess this is going to be a review of this Sound Blaster. They have three models. They have the SBX 8, the SBX 10, and the SBX 20. So this is the big one, the SBX 20. It's Sound Blaster, plugs into the USB, has a microphone array in it, and of course has speakers in it. On the back is the woofer. There's a button down here. You probably can't see it very well. I see if I can zoom in here. I think that's as much as I can zoom with this in 1080p with this. I'm using the Logitech C920. There's a button here that you push, hold for 4 seconds to sync with your Bluetooth. Then of course there's an input for a microphone or a line input and a headphone jack. Now that's one of the things I don't like. The headphone jack is on the back. Also, I don't know if you noticed this or not, up on top. But as you can see, for me, now they have two smaller models, but I can't see it. I guess you could memorize the position, or you could tilt it, but so I don't like that. I don't like the headphone jack on the back because then I have to turn it and plug it in there. Now the speakers sound great. Now it's not, they have a, synthetic sound around or surround sound or whatever that, you can do the little test where it goes around and shows you on the screen each one of the microphones and or the speakers. Maybe if I put this is a single unit, if I put it directly behind my monitor, but if you really want surround sound, you're playing a game and you want to hear the spaceship go from side to side or whatever, this is not for you. Now this does Bluetooth, and you can control it with your cell phone, with your Apple or your Android. I could not get it, and I don't blame Sound Blaster for this. Right now I've been unable to get it to sync. I installed their software, but I can't get it to sync with I get a file missing or a wrong file name or something like that. But I really wasn't interested in it. I almost never use my cell phone. Months go by and I don't even make a phone call. But it would be nice, and this is the both of these, the SB20 and the SB10 both do Bluetooth, and it would be nice for some of you because you could do Skype calls or cell phone calls. You can answer at the controls, answer to what you want to do, make phone calls, and you can use the speakers for the SB20 or the SB10. And you can use the microphone, that are built in. So, but I'm not really interested in that part at all. Now, the speakers. I have had hearing loss since I was in grade school, and it's different in each ear. It makes problems, but I'm happy. I mean, you better check out. I'm not going to recommend. I'm not somebody who should be recommending, whether the audio is good or not. But I'm very happy with watching Netflix movies and the sound. I'm happy with Hulu Plus. I'm happy with watching YouTube. There's lots of controls here that you can use to do things. Now, one of the things I'm going to be playing with is, with the Sound Blaster, of course, is you can morph your voice into other voices. And normally I don't play with stuff like that. But what I'm going to do is get me a dummy or a puppet or something, and I'm going to play around with a video, me interviewing myself or me arguing with myself or something, and of course have the other, using my voice for me and using another voice for the puppet or the sock puppet or the whatever it is. If you've got an idea for something, especially something like, I'd like to argue with our conservative, so it should, I guess I could use a picture, but a stuffed pig maybe. Now that thing is an elephant, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, I will be playing with that, and I did play with it a little bit. I'm going to stop at this point, and I think I'll come back later. By the way, this is being recorded with the C920 Logitech camera, and I'm using the microphones on that camera. Now you're going to see a video coming up where I used Corral Video Studio, and I used their, I keep wanting to say screensaver, but it's not screensaver, it's screen capture. And I used the microphones on the SBX20. And I liked the sound of it. Let me know what you think. You'll notice a little bit of editing in the video that's coming up. When you're seeing the Amazon site, and you might even see me because I didn't do a great job of editing it, but there are some videos embedded there on the Amazon review that are very short by the company and that show. So I thought I'll just put this in, and I clicked on that. And because I think of the settings that I had it set to suppress background noise and echoes, and that entire amount, you can just hear a little squeaking or whatever. So I cut that out of that video that you're going to see here in a little bit. I don't think it's a problem. I should have gone into the settings at that point and clicked on, either turned off those settings, or I should have gone in and clicked on what you hear. There's a thing so that what you're hearing coming from the computer is the audio that you use. So I should have done that. So I'm not blaming Sound Blaster for that. So that video is going to run. Then I'm going to look at these two together, and then I'm going to come back for maybe a conclusion or a roundup or something like that. So hang in there with me. What I'll do too is, when I get this all done and uploaded, I'll put, well, I'm not sure it's defined that way. I was going to say I can put the link so you can just skip over part, but you can skip over part anyway by dragging the bar. So I don't know what I'm going to do, and I know you don't know what I'm going to do. So hang in there. Don't touch the mouse. Okay, by the way, I'm using the Sound Blaster built-in microphone array for the screen capture. Well, I'm not using the microphone for the screen capture, I'm using the audio from it. I want to give you another example of it. So here is the Sound Blaster. Let me roll over here. Whoops. That's the woofer on the back of it. Down there, the top button is your Bluetooth button. You hold that in for 4 seconds, and in order to sync. Then you see below that this is on the back, the auxiliary in or microphone in, the headset, and then the USB connection. By the way, but it's $56, $59. This tells you, oh, I guess I should have mentioned that, works with Windows 8, 64-bit or 32-bit, works with Windows 7. I'm using Windows 7, 64-bit or 32-bit. I'm using 64-bit. Works with Vista. I hope none of you are running Vista. Works with the Mac OS X 10.5. Now, by the way, I switched into, I ran Linux. And of course, in Linux, the speakers work and the microphone works. But you don't have any of the, the settings. And there's nothing you can't use Bluetooth. It's just a speaker, and there are just microphones. You can make some adjustments to the sound, of course. Here you can see the buttons up on top. Well, here's a better view of what's up on top, which I can't. Now here are the three different units: the SB8, SB10, SB20. Of course, I have the XB20. All three of them use their new AXX advanced audio processor. All three of their speakers, of course, use USB. Only the two here, the SBX10, I'm just going to call them the last number, the 10 and the 20, use Bluetooth, so it's not available in the small unit, which I probably should have got the small unit, except they all three have the omnidirectional sound pickup from every direction, but only the 20 has the big sound from a mere USB connection made possible by the highly energy efficient circuitry that's being incorporated within the intelligent design. To me, that all three have the crystal voice technology. All three have the Pro Studio. Amazon reviews, 7 people gave it 5 stars. 4 people gave it 4 stars. 11 people gave it 3 stars. And 2 people gave it 2 stars. And 3 people gave it 1 star. So, that's not really a really great reviews on Amazon. Now, you're always going to get bad reviews on Amazon. I mean, some people, occasionally a product's going to come, it just doesn't work when you, take it out or something. But did you see how, when he was holding that SBX8, how small that was? Anyway, that's the end. I just have to decide now where I'm going to, should I put this at the beginning of the video that I made or at the end of the video? Well, if you're seeing this first, stay tuned for me. If you're seeing this, if you're not seeing it, I'm totally confused. Anyway, thanks for watching. Okay, this is the conclusion of this video. I thought the audio in that middle segment that came from the screen capture, that was the microphones on the Sound Blaster. I thought that was pretty good, didn't you? So let me summarize. I don't know. I'm glad I got this because although a lot of times in the past I didn't have adequate desk space. I have plenty of desk space now. This is ideal for somebody who has limited desk space, but I got room for a bunch of speakers here. I really don't need the cell phone ability, but I could see where a lot of people, you could carry on your conversations with Skype using the speakers and the microphone. Your cell phone, the same thing. And then too, I didn't mention a lot of the things because you can look them up. I'll put the links. But, and I tested it a little bit. You can vary the range that this thing picks up, the angle, and also you can set it so that if you walk across a way, you can walk around. So you could carry on a conversation with Skype or with your cell phone and be using just the microphones here and the speakers and everything. So I can see where this could be useful to some people. I'm happy with, like I said before, I'm happy with the sound, but a lot of people talk, dBs and frequency ranges, and the brass is just not what it should be in a certain area, or the highs, or with my hearing, I can't, $50 speaker to my ears sounds the same, I'm sure, as a $500 speaker. So if you're, and I know I've got a couple relatives that are really into sound quality and that type of stuff. So for me, I'm happy with this. I'll be doing a review on Amazon of it. I think it cost me about $80, and I paid $16 for 2-day shipping, and extra above that. I'll be doing a review, and I'm not sure what. I think a 3 might be. I think I'll probably give it a 4 out of 5. Not happy with the controls up here on the top where I'm sitting down and I can't see them. Now, I don't think that'd be a problem with the 8 and the 10. I'm sure it wouldn't be. And I'm not happy with the earphone jack on the back. I'm up all night long. Sometimes my grandson works. And so a lot of times I do use the headphones so I don't disturb him or whatever, and having to reach around, plug it in the back. But I think I may be able to go into settings and do something with that. So anyway, thanks very much for watching.